Welcome to Business Chats with Debbie, where we talk big stories from small businesses. I'm your host, Debbie Wolverton, and my guest today is Kelly Griggs. So, Kelly, we've known each other, and all my guests at the moment, I know from your partnerships, and you're a divorce lawyer.
Yes.
Yes, running your own business under the umbrella of Richard Nelson Solicitors. So, I can't even envisage... do you know what I mean? In my job, well, do you know what I mean? We're all experts in our own field, but having to deal with family breakups and children especially, do you know what I mean? We both got our own children. Family breakups with children involved and all that, the aggro and the hassle goes with that must be a really hard thing, and there must be something special in your brain that enables you to separate that little bit out from your own home life, because I know you've got 2 young children as well.
I think that's a learning curve. I think every day you learn to try and escape a bit more from taking your clients' problems home with you as well. Particularly now we're all working from home as well. Yeah. It's a bit harder, but you hope that you've done a good day's work before you get to return to your own family life. But these people are going through awful times, and COVID made it 10 times worse.
Yeah, because everybody was forced to stay at home.
Yeah.
And where normally they go off to work every day and they'd have that little bit of time separating and they go home, there'd be a bit of family life going on. But when everyone was forced back at home, it's basically highlighted all the issues that were underlying in the first place, that
Absolutely.
They were sweeping under the carpet and hoping would go away.
And then they're forced with each other for 24 hours a day and add homeschooling into it as well. It's lovely.
Yeah, I'm so glad my 2 are too old for homeschooling, because I don't know how it would have coped.
I was glad that mine was only reception, so I could do age 4 and 5 maths. That was fine.
Yeah, because my 2, do you know what I mean? My eldest was old enough to help my younger one out, but I don't think I would have got any work done whatsoever.
And that's great to hear an accountant say they would struggle with maths.
It's all changed though, hasn't it? Do you know what I mean? From when we did maths at school, the way they do long division and long multiplication is just like, it's like hieroglyphics compared to what we did. And I do it at home, and my youngest is like, that's not the way we do it at school, Mum. I'm like, well, I've got a
clue. You get the same answer though, don't you?
You get the same answer, just a different way round. So, do you know what I mean? You've got 2 young ones. I suppose, do you know what I mean? Work-life balance is really, really important. It's coming out of COVID, that is one of the main things.
Yes.
More important to everybody than it ever was before is home work-life balance. And especially with having 2 young children, I suppose that's really important. It's for you.
The main reason, really, I went self-employed. I never thought I would go self-employed. And on a particularly bad day when I was employed, I had a random phone call from a recruitment consultancy saying, have you ever thought about being a self-employed consultant? No, I haven't, but you rung me on the right day, because I'm currently manning a 9-month-old and a 4-year-old and doing online virtual hearings. So I could really do with being in charge of my own calendar, which you can do when you're self-employed. So, yeah, the work-life balance is getting better. I am a workaholic, so I do need to work on it still. But it's great, particularly in 6 weeks holidays, if I can work until, say, 1 o'clock and then go to Camel Creek for the afternoon with the kids. I feel like I'm getting the best of both worlds.
Yeah, it is a really important balance. You know what I mean? Well, I'm self-employed, I run my own business. I'm trying to get that switch off point. Do you know what I mean? I've been away for 2 weeks in Tunisia, and I was saying, I'll just delete my email app off the phone. And then I was like, well, no, maybe I shouldn't delete the email app. And I made a point of just checking once a day. And then, do you know what I mean? I've got a fabulous team who are behind me anyway, with Will and Emma, so they were managing things while I was away. And July and August tend to be a bit quieter because everybody's off on holiday and can't really be bothered looking at their account side of things. But it is really, it's a trigger point of trying to switch off and not look at things. No, I'm leaving that till the next day, and it is really hard when you're self-employed.
So tomorrow lunchtime I'm finishing for 12 days, and I've not had more than like 3 days off since I went self-employed over 2 years ago now. And on the lead up, I was like, yes, I'm going to have 12 days off and I'm never going to look at my emails exactly like you. I'm going to delete the app. And now it's getting closer to it. I'm like, I might just check in the morning and then, in the evening when we're just after tea or whatever, when the kids have gone to bed. So yeah, I need to have a break. I need to have a break. Not just for me, but for my clients, because if I'm stressed, I'm not helping them. I'm not being the support that they need. So yeah, I don't want to slip down that route of checking my emails when I'm off, but
No.
yeah, as it's coming closer, I'm a control freak and I'm struggling with letting go.
Yeah, like me. Yeah, but do you know what I mean? It's easy when you've got a good team behind you. Do you know what I mean? And I know you've just taken you've got some help behind you now.
So we've just expanded in June. I've now got a PA who helps me 2 days a week with just because I know how to be a lawyer, but I don't know how to run a business, and I'm learning as I go along. But it's all the admin that comes with it. So yeah, I've took on a fabulous new PA called Alison, who happens to be my sister-in-law as well. So she knows how scatty I am, and she's already got that experience and what a control freak I am. And I've been working really well.
Yeah.
She can even read my handwriting, which is marvellous.
That's amazing.
Because I should have been a doctor with my handwriting.
Yeah, I'm same. Yeah, no one in my house can read my handwriting, and I can't even read it. I'm doing my shopping list. I'm like walking around the shop going, really? What did I wrote that? What did that say at the time? So yeah, I know exactly about bad handwriting. So what's your plan for the next 12 to 18 months?
I think it's to try and get like a rhythm and a pattern between myself and Alison, and also the work-life balance with the girls. My youngest is about to start preschool in September, so that means I will suddenly have a Wednesday to myself, which I'm going to call a catch-up day. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean with work, but it means home life, and maybe even to have lunch on my own while it's warm once a week. So Wednesday's going to be a Kelly day, but if that means touching base with work, or then I will. Or if I want to go and play golf, because I did start having lessons, and then that sort of took a back burner. But we're going to take part in a charity golf day at the end of September, so I do need to brush up on those skills before I become a laughing stock. But yeah, so from September, I'm hoping that I have a bit more time because I'll have an extra 6 hours that I never had before. Yeah. But yeah, we'll wait and see. But I just want to make sure that we start having a routine where Alison knows what she's doing, I know what I'm doing, and what I can delegate, and I have to learn to delegate. That's an issue I've got. So once we've done that, hopefully we can all have a better work-life balance.
Yeah, delegation's really hard when you've never done it. And when you're so used to controlling it, it's really hard. But it makes your life so much easier. I know. And Alison is a blessing. She's been a PA since she left school, so she knows what she's doing. It's in my head. Yeah, it's getting out of your head onto giving it to Alison. Well, thank you so much for coming in today.
Thank you for having me.
You're most wonderful. So if you do need a divorce lawyer, I hope you don't, but Kelly is absolutely fantastic, a lovely person to speak to, great sense of humour, and if you need her contact details, then you always get in touch. So that's me for today. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.